Coming up in South America, Bolivia Tzu Chi volunteers head to Trinidad City to help flood survivors. Tzu Chi volunteers in China and Taiwan celebrate the Dragon Boat Festival with seniors living in nursing homes. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Mary Lee. Thank you for joining us. Months of torrential rain earlier in the year has caused widespread flooding throughout South America's Bolivia, with the Department of Beni being the worst hit. Tzu Chi volunteers recently arrived in Trinidad, the capital of Beni, to distribute basic necessities and food supplies to 3,000 families. Upon receiving the aid, many faces broke into a smile.
Although the waters have receded, what is left, however, is devastation wrought upon this land. Setting foot in Trinidad City once again, Tzu Chi volunteers have brought with them hope. The sky is still dark, yet volunteers are already busy at work, loading supplies onto the truck before they set out for the distribution venue. Even in the bus, there is no time for rest. Volunteers brush up on their sign language as they hope to convey their love to residents all the more clearly. In a joint collaboration, Tzu Chi volunteers from 3 countries are working together to distribute aid to disaster survivors at the Grand Memorial Stadium.
Tzu Chi volunteers are here to conduct a large-scale distribution in Trinidad City. Bolivia Tzu Chi volunteers will be leading this distribution, and today we will be providing aid to approximately 3,000 families. Volunteers from Chile and Argentina are also here to assist.
Local residents helped to bring baskets of supplies into the stadium. The local government also deployed security to help maintain order.
We have 6 truckloads of relief items, which include rice, sugar, cooking oil, pasta, medical aid kits, and also 5,500 blankets.
As the sky starts to drizzle, volunteers' hearts remain determined and steadfast, as seeing these residents smile once again makes all their efforts worthwhile.
Since September of last year, the Philippines has experienced continuous natural and man-made disasters, including political unrest in Zamboanga, an earthquake in Bohol Island, as well as Typhoon Haiyan. Over the past 8 months, the blue and white clad volunteers have been in the disaster areas to help survivors return their lives to normal. Having learned of the Buddhist NGO's contributions, President Benigno Aquino III recently requested a meeting with Tzu Chi's representatives to express his thanks and promised to expand the country's collaboration with the Tzu Chi Foundation.
2013 was a year full of disasters for the Philippines.
Thank you.
Natural and man-made disasters plagued the Philippines in 2013. Despite limited manpower, Tzu Chi volunteers were always seen helping out in disaster zones. To thank the volunteers for their selfless devotion, President Benigno Aquino III personally met some of the NGO's representatives.
从去年那个三宝园的人祸呢，还有
Until now, we have continued to help the survivors who were affected by Zamboanga's political unrest, the Bohol Island earthquake, and Typhoon Haiyan. President Aquino met us to express his thanks to Master Zhang and the Tzu Chi volunteers.
President Aquino initially planned to have a 15-minute meeting. Eventually, however, the meeting went on for 15 minutes. The Congress Speaker said the 15-minute meeting was a record for the president.
At the unprecedented meeting, Tzu Chi volunteers talked about the NGO's aid programs for those who were affected by the major disasters and seized the opportunity to introduce Tzu Chi's bamboo coin bank. The next day, the meeting was headlined in several mainstream newspapers.
In the meeting, the president asked a lot of questions. He already had a basic understanding of the Tzu Chi Foundation. After the meeting, he expressed an even stronger support for Tzu Chi's work in the country. At the end, he even said he had learned a lot today.
The meeting with the president symbolized the recognition of the Philippines government for Tzu Chi's work in helping those in need in the country.
Staying in the Philippines, Tzu Chi volunteers recently held an official training seminar for local volunteers for the first time on Bohol Island, the area where a 7.2 magnitude earthquake struck last year. Participants from all walks of life came to learn more about Tzu Chi, including teachers and shop owners. Reciprocating the love that Tzu Chi has shown them, 48 Tzu Chi scholarship students were also on hand to decorate the venue and assist in passing out snacks during the seminar.
Today, there is no electricity on the island of Bohol. From chain restaurants to local eateries, everyone is affected by the power outage. At 7 in the morning, local restaurants are still dark. Since last year's 7.2 magnitude earthquake, Bohol Island has been using electricity from nearby Cebu City. Now that their own generators are back online, residents must suffer a day of power outage during this transition period. After the power disconnected, even international chain restaurants like this one cannot turn on their lights or air conditioning. Only the fans are on because if the AC is turned on, the generators will short circuit. Thanks to the support of local government officials, the Tzu Chi Philippines chapter was able to secure generators to hold their first local volunteer training seminar as scheduled.
The many good things that Tzu Chi Foundation has been extending to our people, not just to our people, but as well as all other peoples.
The local cultural center was filled to the brim with 1,694 trainees eager to learn more about the Tzu Chi Foundation, which they heard was giving damaged schools in Bohol prefabricated classrooms.
Well, when they declare what will they be doing, then I was amazed, and I said, yes, these really are for the good of mankind. So deep in me, really, I was convinced, really.
What really moves me is seeing how the Chinese are so willing to help us Filipinos. Their heart to help others in need is truly touching.
The main purpose is to inspire compassion in their hearts, not just to give them money.
Trainees come to better understand Tzu Chi's international relief mission and how Tzu Chi volunteers should comport themselves. During break time, 48 Tzu Chi scholarship recipients serve water and snacks. It's such an honor to be chosen as a Tzu Chi scholarship recipient. I know I must work hard in school to fulfill the expectations of Tzu Chi. I am really happy because I originally thought I wouldn't be able to continue with school, but thanks to the foundation, I can. Although the generator went out near the end of the seminar, everyone remained until the lights returned. Afterwards, Tzu Chi volunteers held an award ceremony for the 48 scholarship recipients, thus ending the day on a perfect note.
In Singapore, Tzu Chi's parent and child class arranged for elementary and middle school students to spend time with their parents at a tea serving ceremony. Teaching the virtue of honoring one's parents, Tzu Chi hopes students learn to appreciate the hard work and effort parents go through to raise them and perhaps bring them closer together.
How to find one's parents on the other side of a black curtain. By identifying the hands that have held onto yours throughout the years. With balloons stuffed underneath their shirts to mimic pregnancy, students of this parent and child class kneel down to serve tea to their mothers and come to understand the difficulties of pregnancy. When she knelt down and served me tea for the first time, I felt the sincerity in her actions. My heart was filled with emotion. This is a great event to help open the lines of communications.
Meanwhile, at another event, Chishaos write down words of gratitude for their parents. They also rehearse, hoping to present their best when it comes time to serve their parents' tea. Cultivating a child's respect towards his or her parents. The ceremony also gives busy parents a chance to see their children in a different light.
Today, I witnessed a change in my child. I've never seen him act like this at home. I am really grateful for my child, and his actions today really touched me.
Serving my mother a cup of tea represents the gratitude I have for her. She always took care of me, looked after me, and has always put my needs first.
Not waiting until it's too late. In this moment, these children are fulfilling their all-important filial duties. Last September, Taiwan's Ministry of Education launched an aesthetic education project by training 200 teachers from 1,235 junior, senior, and vocational high schools. Beginning this February, these teachers started teaching the experimental program in 44 schools. We now see why aesthetic education is important and how the classes are going.
一卷胶带，一张纸。
A roll of tape and a sheet of paper. In a traditional art and crafts class, they may be made into pieces like this, or this, or this. However, in a class that promotes aesthetics, perhaps placing the tape right on top of the paper is considered a finished product.
Breaking away from the mold, aesthetic education helps us appreciate our world.
Students may take a creative art approach, but there are also simpler ways, such as how will it impact and influence our lives, or perhaps be a solution to a problem we face.
Starting this February, Taiwan's Ministry of Education has launched an experimental aesthetic education program in 44 high schools across the country. What kind of handicraft can students create with a roll of aluminum wire? It is totally up to them. In a traditional art and crafts class, the teacher will dictate what you have to make. Here, though, it is up to your inspiration and personal preference.
In our class, the steps are reversed. We first let our students experiment with the day's objective, and through touching and manipulating, they will learn to appreciate beauty.
Through touching, discovering, and feeling, students come to understand what beauty is. The program is not just for art students, nor does it aim to cultivate art students. Rather, it aims to help students be more observant and think independently. Aesthetic education provides everyone with a way to look at things they have already learned from a whole new perspective. How about creating art with poker cards? By bending and folding the cards to create a visual illusion, sophisticated structures are created. But does complexity equal beauty? Many designs are simple but elegant.
By seeing clearly, you will notice there is beauty in everything, and you will come to appreciate simplicity.
Aesthetic class is not always taught in classroom. Outside, students can open themselves up to experience the beauty around them. Look at this pavilion. Notice the different colors here? Right, those are the only colors, but they are continuously mixed and matched.
How do we discover its beauty from its forms, proportion, and colors?
Simplicity and elegance make life beautiful. However, many wonder how will aesthetic education make our children score better.
Aesthetic education not only helps promote better interpersonal relationships, but also improves the look of our cities and elevates creativity, which will help us stay competitive.
Nowadays, business proposals that do not look appealing do not sell, as people tend to be attracted by beautiful things. And through aesthetic education, everything can be beautiful.
Aesthetic education is like taking the clothes we wear every day and making us look better, so we live beautifully every day.
By helping individuals become aware of life's beauty, society can become more beautiful and elegant as a result.
Over the Dragon Boat Festival holidays, China Tzu Chi volunteers in Xiamen, Fujian deliver new clothing and sticky rice dumplings to seniors at local nursing homes. Meanwhile, in Taiwan, Tzu Chi volunteers organize a Dragon Boat race for seniors at a local nursing home in Xindian district.
With corpse packed, Tzu Chi volunteers are heading to a nursing home in Xindian to give seniors a surprise on Dragon Boat Festival. Although the idea was to move forward, the seniors, however, don't budge. But the rules of the race don't really matter as long as the seniors are having fun. The Dragon Boat race was followed by a performance of the Green Island Serenade.
Since these elders aren't able to go outside and celebrate, we thought we would come to them instead. Apart from coming to visit, we also wanted to bring the festive atmosphere of the Dragon Boat Festival to them. So we came up with all sorts of ideas for various events to share with them.
We always look forward to seeing the brothers and sisters. We always anticipate the next time they will visit. So I am truly grateful.
Here in Fujian, China, also anticipating the volunteers' visit is Grandpa Shao Ronghua.
I was just thinking of you yesterday and the day before that. I was thinking if you didn't come yesterday, you most definitely will come today.
Most of the time, Grandpa Ronghua is the only resident at the Xinmin nursing home, thus there is never anyone around that he can talk to. The volunteers' visit around Dragon Boat Festival each year is the one thing that the grandpa looks forward to the most. Volunteers next visited seniors at other nursing homes in Tong'an district, where they helped trim seniors' nails and wash their feet.
We are so grateful that they are willing to let us visit them. We are just like one family.
The love and care of Tzu Chi volunteers have made these seniors realize that there's indeed warmth in our society.
More on our Dragon Boat Festival coverage. It is a tradition to make sticky rice dumplings, otherwise known as zongzi, to celebrate this holiday. In Indonesia, Jakarta Tzu Chi volunteers made sticky rice dumplings using Tzu Chi's instant rice as the main ingredient and organized a vegetarian event at a local shopping mall to promote vegetarianism. Furthermore, at the Tzu Chi Thailand chapter, volunteers were busy wrapping 5,000 vegetarian sticky rice dumplings for their annual charity sale. Let's take a look.
As Dragon Boat Festival approaches, Thailand Tzu Chi volunteers are busy making vegetarian sticky rice dumplings for their annual charity sale. This year, they have to make over 5,000 dumplings. Tzu Chi volunteer Lin Shuduan is in charge of production control and logistics.
After delivery, I have to double check if the earnings match the booking and decide how many we have to make the next day so that volunteers can ready the ingredients beforehand.
Every day, volunteers have to wrap over 1,000 sticky rice dumplings. Even those who came to Thailand to visit family members join in the wrapping of zongzi.
Making sticky rice dumplings is a joyful thing. Everyone works together. We all have a good time.
Tzu Chi's signature vegetarian sticky rice dumplings have been well received by local residents, including Zhou Weijie.
My house is near the Tzu Chi Thailand chapter. There's a poster hanging at the entrance announcing their sticky rice dumpling charity sale. So every day I come by to buy some. They taste good and it helps people in need.
While in Indonesia, Jakarta, Tzu Chi volunteers made sticky rice dumplings using Tzu Chi's instant rice as the main ingredient, as well as meatless filling.
Mereka responnya lumayan bagus.
Normally, sticky rice dumplings use glutinous rice as the main ingredient, while ours are made from Tzu Chi's instant rice. The instant rice is full of flavor and its cooking time is shorter, no more than 20 minutes. That's why we want to promote it to members of the public.
In celebration of Dragon Ball Festival, Tzu Chi volunteers seized the opportunity to promote their zongzi at a local shopping mall.
Traditional sticky rice dumplings are made from glutinous rice. Tzu Chi's instant rice dumplings are different in texture. Instant rice is not as sticky. This new type of zongzi is more to my liking and much healthier.
Changing our diet to accommodate more vegetarian meals not only makes us healthier, but also benefits our Mother Earth.
In New Taipei City's Linkou district lives 81-year-old Mr. Zhang, who suffers prostate cancer and chronic diseases such as high blood pressure and heart disease. His foster daughter is the sole person to look after him, so the household chores and home sanitation are often neglected. Upon learning of their situation, more than 20 Tzu Chi volunteers mobilized to help the senior clean up his house. To reciprocate, the father-daughter pair vowed to join Tzu Chi's recycling mission in the future.
Before cleaning begins, Tzu Chi volunteers carefully ask Mr. Zhang how to deal with his items.
钥匙哎，
有是有这个
这个要农民服务处访视证，这个留着哦，
这个都要留着，
这个要留着，好，那再把它包回去哦，用塑胶袋装就好，这纸烂烂的。
The 81-year-old senior has prostate cancer and multiple chronic diseases. His adopted daughter suffers depression and is powerless to handle household chores, which is why Tzu Chi is here to help.
The 3 rooms in their apartment are packed with items. We hope this time we can help them clear away unused items once and for all and help them fix anything that needs repair.
To give Mr. Zhang's home a huge makeover, Tzu Chi volunteers not only help clear away unused items, but also helped repair water pipes, doors, and windows.
Without your assistance, my home will still be in a mess. I cannot do the cleaning on my own. These Tzu Chi sisters treat me very well. Today, I'm especially happy.
For more than half a year, Tzu Chi volunteers continue to offer their emotional support to the father-daughter pair. Now, both of them are not only Tzu Chi members, but also vow to join the volunteers' ranks in the future.
Mr. Zhang and his daughter vowed to join our recycling work at the local recycling station when their health improves.
I don't have any skill, but I have a grateful heart. I can see those in greater need. Though I don't have money, I will still do my best to help the less fortunate.
At the end of the show, we joined a candlelight vigil held at Leland High School in San Jose, California for alumnus George Chen, who was one of the first victims of the Isla Vista rampage in late May. Chen was a computer science major following in his father's footsteps when his life suddenly came to a tragic end. He was 19. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for watching DaAi Headlines. Goodbye.